Hey y'all, today we're going to try something that might go great, might go poorly, but I'm going to take you along for the ride for the process. And so either this will be a great tip or this will at least be a way to show the doctors why things went poorly. So anyways, let me show you what I'm going to try today and let's get started. All right, so obviously old train shed in place, looks great, love it. Um, But the problem is, in order to attach this to what I got going on, I have regular track. This is not regular track. And they don't, right? They don't fit together. So what I need to do is I need to remove the little tips off of the track and the little receivers. So what I think I'm gonna try, and again, this is where things could go great or things could go really poorly, is I think I'm going to go hold my orbital sander upside down and just try to take them off with the orbital sander. I think that's the only way I know to make it clean, aside from I don't have a Dremel tool. A Dremel tool is probably the most correct answer, but I don't have one of those. So we're going to try the sander, and at worst, I end up in the ER actually, but not really. If I mess up a piece of straight or a piece of curve, I'm out $2 or $3 or whatever. At best, it works great and is a cheap and quick fix to this. People are selling adapters to go to this. I wish I would have looked up what the company was that I saw definitely has them. It's the one that's based in Europe. Something bricks with 2 X's. Is it Trix Bricks? 4D Bricks, one of those. One of the companies makes an adapter to this, but that adds 4 studs that I would need to make up somewhere, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna try this, and hopefully this will go swimmingly. But let me go dig out my sander, and we'll give this a shot. Okay, so I marked the end of the curve piece so I knew which end to do. Got the sander between my feet, and hopefully this goes well. Maybe don't try this at home, or maybe use better protection than I'm doing. I don't know. Here we go. All right, so looks like that worked pretty well, actually. I'm gonna do the straight one real quick, and we'll go see how they worked in the how they work over on the layout. All right, so that looks pretty good. I mean, for just kind of what I did, I think that looks pretty darn good. You can see there's a little bit of a bump, but no worse than any other joint connection. A little bit of a bump, but that's actually more of a, this is right on the train shed splits my table bank, and there's still a little bit of a wobble in it. So that's where most of this comes from. It's not from the cut, actually. It's from my table situation. But I'm going to call that a win. Now, I did lock these plates in just so that, because there's nothing that locks them together. I mean, I guess I could technic pin them in the in the mills, in the normal mills plate fashion. But if I want to pop just this guy out, I don't want to have to pull all this out, especially with this whole nightmare in it, and then continuing on into this nightmare and this nightmare. Like, I don't want to have that pinned in if I need to pop this out to do whatever. So I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to call that a win for sure. Yeah, let's take a look at one other thing I did to the train shed before it got popped back into its place here. So I also went ahead and added lights. There's some lights on top, but there's also, I lit all of the individual chandeliers on the inside. I lit the little cabin on the end so you can see inside. Lit the outside of it. I think the fan makes a cool little shadow on the wall there. But I lit all that. I lit the hand truck, and the cool thing about the hand truck is I did this on a contact plate. So if I want to roll the hand truck somewhere else, the hand truck is free to roll. And honestly, I only have these here because the contact plate's still bending up. It's got to get used to being bent in shape. And so that's some reason why that's still there. But, you know, you can see it pops right on as soon as it hits the contact paper or contact plates. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Let me move this out of the way. We can look in the end here. Pop the end doors all open. And you see downside, there's not really any wires showing either. A lot of the connections are hidden behind the crane down there on the end, but the crane does still move, still functions, all that. That's all good. You can see there maybe a little bit. There's some lights on the top as well, just to add some more illumination in there. But definitely pretty fun and lit really, really easily. There's lots of spaces to get wires through, and obviously there's lots of opportunities for lighting. Obviously these lights on the outside, the roof comes off really easy to add lights there. We can go ahead and roll a car right on in there so they can be worked on. Yeah, so that's it for today. I know that was a super quick video. I have parts coming really soon to finish getting this all ballasted. But the main point of the video today was making these adapter tracks for the old train shed. And that sander technique worked out well. I'm sure it would go better if you had like a mounted sanding disc or something like that. But, you know, most of us have an orbital sander. I will say if you don't feel comfortable with power tools, maybe don't try it. Yeah, so that's my tip for today. You can use an orbital sander to take the notches off your train tracks to make them fit up with brick-built train track. So thanks, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay tuned for some more stuff, and hopefully less dangerous stuff. Probably mostly less dangerous stuff. Anyways, thanks, y'all.